Good afternoon, YouTube. Thank you for joining me again with another Highway Police Simulator video. I'm actually going to be starting a new series. It's more to help the community, but we are going to walk through a whole series with missions up to finishing the first chapter. If you really like this video, please leave a subscription, like, comment. Let me know what you like, dislike, what I can do differently. Again, my production back-end stuff is not going to be the best, so hopefully this video is just here to help you get a better understanding on what you're doing. Hopefully gameplay satisfies you. Just a little bit of a background with this game. This game is very, very great, but I would not buy it in its current condition unless you want to play a game for the long haul. There are still a lot of bugs, mechanical issues that still need to be addressed. The dev team is pushing a patch out on the 15th of this month to try to alleviate some of the major headaches. If you would like, I would highly recommend going over to the Discord for this team and showing your love and support. They are very active and really listening to what the community has to say and trying to make the game even better than what it is right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start a new game. So with this, I'm just going to stick with my generic character I've been playing. We're just going to do police story. I've explained a few things in my intro video to this game. I left a few reviews of like the mechanics that you see that are a little bit wonky, and how this game is actually performing. Going a little bit back into that video, I am using an Intel A770 graphics card. I am running on epic settings with a 70% 3D. A lot of players, the dev team has recommended to play on lower settings if your game is crashing. I will say that I do know console players, so Xbox, PlayStation, regardless of gen, some of them are having issues. And when the dev team does push out a relative update or patch, those players are stuck having to restart the game altogether. So I would definitely wait until December 15th if you are really considering on getting this game. They are looking at that as a major priority, so that way when they do push patches out, it does not erase your progress for console. As far as PC goes, I have not seen any issues with that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try to catch up to this transport bus. This is going to be the prisoner's escort. So if you're new to the channel or new to this series, I really don't want to backpedal too much into my intro video of what I've done with this game and some of the mechanics that I've already laid out that are a little wonky and need to be readjusted. I will say, with that full out intro I've done, I'm probably just going to copy and paste that into the rest of the videos. Unsure yet if I want to keep repeating myself. But let's catch up to the prisoner escort bus and go from there. Yep, damaged our car a little bit there. Drifting way right like always. I think this is the only cruiser that does it because I have a little bit more than I think 5 hours into the game now with a different cruiser, and I don't have this issue when I'm on the highway as much as the swaying and stuff is going. So I think it's just this cruiser model, but don't quote me on that. I haven't unlocked it in the story yet. So brush up here, put some lights on. There are a lot of different light patterns you can do as well. Really cool looking.
I can see the bus. We made it.
Just about. Hey, aren't those guys behind us going a bit fast?
So again, I'll let this intro play out. Alright, so 15 minutes later, all the cavalry arrives to help assist us in this investigation. So, to start off with the prisoner's escort after you get to the transport, my advice is to talk to every single person that you see.
Okay? Besides that, our car. You can just take.
Thanks.
You take my car.
I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to really let the dialogue play out. I have mentioned this in my previous video that the dialogue gets cut on the back end on some of the NPCs. And I've already relived this 3 times, so if you're really into the dialogue, sorry, just buy the game if this does interest you. But anyways, this is just for a quick how do you do and get it going. So just talk to everybody that you see.
Officer? No.
I will say, depending on what you say to NPCs, after you listen to the conversation and stuff, does determine how the world around you will go with relationships and other NPCs and stuff like that.
Oh.
We'll see that here in a second. I'll show that come up. So what you could do if you talk to him, he'll give you the rundown of what you should do. So here's a quick tutorial. So what happened? There was a car crash. You as an officer need to investigate. You talk to people. Like I said, just talk to everybody you see. Take photos. You'd want to try to get the plate in there on top of like a majority of the damage of that vehicle for your sketch later. Searching for clues. Just walk around the crime scene and conclude by entering your police vehicle to write a report. So, without further ado, let's talk to a few people. So, as you can see, it's just a generic dialogue there. There's not really a conversation between these 2 NPCs.
Sir, can you hear me? How are you?
I don't know. Please.
He's in bad shape. We need to tell the paramedics.
Alright, so this is Natalie. She's actually your partner in crime. I will speak a little bit on her at this point. She is a very helpful companion. If you don't know what to do, you can ask her when you're in the middle of a mission and she'll be able to give you next steps. It's not for every single mission and it's not like the best advice, like a step-by-step, but if you're trying to secure a crime scene or anything like that, she is pretty helpful. So we're going to go back and tell the paramedics about the man down.
I'm afraid of.
Jameson?
You know him?
And here's where I was talking about. So your deeds have consequences. So the morality in the current region changes because of your actions. Being a good or bad cop will influence the world around you and the people living in it. So just be mindful whatever you choose for dialogue and all that good stuff. We did talk to him. Um, go on to this side of the bus. We'll talk to the
Did we
prisoners
crash? How'd that happen?
and security personnel.
My head feels weird. What a nasty crash.
Did you see that? Those lucky devils escaped and I wasn't fast enough.
We already talked to the blonde guy on the other side of that
Please. Send help.
ambulance over there.
What happened?
Hey, you guys?
As you can see, there's an
What's going on?
infamous
Stay
little
down
bug
and breathe
mechanic.
slowly. I'll send
Devs are
paramedics
looking
your way.
into it, what you saw there. So, to get us started, let's investigate the crime scene. So just walk around. I am on PC, like I've stated. As you can see, there's like a little square here. If you walk around the crime scene, you'll see these pop up. Basically, you just hold your interactive button. On PC, it's F. I think it's A on controller. I could very well be wrong. So when you're looking at this stuff, you can rotate it.
Good lord. Is that C4?
And some items, when you do go to investigate, if you rotate, you'll be able to have additional options like check it, like if it was a bag or something like that. So there's three key pieces of evidence here. So there's a bat, there's a glove, there's an explosive detonator device, C4 as he called it. No, it's a cell phone. So as you can see off to the right side where it says the prisoner escort, you can see investigate the scene. So we are done with the investigation part. Now we got to take photos of the accident. To take photos on PC, all you got to do is just right click and your camera will come right out. Now I will note you cannot just take pictures of just anything. You want to look for this icon, the camera icon. The further you are away, the better. So that way you get a better, picture of it. See how I can't do anything because I'm so far away? Just go up a little bit until you see that icon and then bam. So keep that in mind when you're taking the pictures. Try to get that icon as far away as you can and as small as you can to take the picture. So now after we took the photos, now we got to create a sketch. I will say when I first started this game, sketching took me about 10 minutes because one, I didn't know where to do the sketch at, and two, the sketching mechanic was a little bit hard at first, but now it's somewhat easy. So all you gotta do is just go over to this patrol car that's loaned to you, access the computer, and then this is where it's going to tell you how to do a sketch. So you place the object, you mark the damage, you assign the photo. Depending on how accurate you are, depends on how many points you get for that mission and crime scene. So when you're looking at the sketch at first, you can see this would be the center block separating both highways. So what we're wanting to do is, obviously this would be the vehicle because that's the furthest over here. So here, if you actually pay attention to the crime scene, there's actually another vehicle here. Is another cruiser. And then you have these two pictures. So you can either pick vehicle or debris. Vehicle or debris. Since this box is closer to this vehicle, I called this bus. And then the only thing that was here was debris. And you can either put vehicle part, lost cargo, branch. I'm gonna do lost. I'm just gonna do vehicle parts because part of the bus exploded there. So now after we got that sorted, now there's another step we gotta do. So if you left click that vehicle, you can either change the type, which we put, vehicle, car, vehicle, bus. Now we're doing marking damage. Since this vehicle is upside down, I'm just gonna put whole vehicle is damaged. And if you left click again, that'll take you off that vehicle. Bus, I'm actually going to do the same thing because the bus is on its side. So all sides theoretically are damaged. And this cruiser actually had no damage. If you look at it, there is no damage. So now we're on to our next step. So if you left click, we got to assign a photo. So since this is our cruiser, you can see the photos over here. We're just going to click assign. You can see that arrow go to that. Just left click in a blank spot over here. Click on the bus. Assign a photo there. Click the bus photo. Hit assign. There we go. Now you can reset if you don't like what you've done overall. You can always click in and, unassign and do stuff like that. But since this sketch is theoretically done, we're just going to go to report. So when you write a report, as you can see here, it gives you a little bit of a thorough check, etc. You can always, at the end of it, says you can update your report with new findings as long as you don't send it off. So you can go ahead and pre-write your report. And that's not just for this mission, it's for any time you got to write a report. And then you can still do your investigation. But since this is pretty much everything's already been done in one go, I can safely say we're going to send off this report. And there we go. So now we're back to the prisoner's escort. Enter the grant patron. So we're going to enter. And now we're going to go back to the police station.
Hey, Nat. I hope you don't mind me driving after the crash.
Nah, I trust you. Besides, I prefer to keep an eye out. As a passenger, you know.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Is that even an option for me? Oh, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the fast travel. The benefits of not fast traveling between point to point is just essentially there's more dialogue between you and your partner. You get to see more of the world and stuff like that. But for this type of video instance, I'm just doing strict missions to help players out. As you can see here, there is a mode select. You can either do simulation mode or casual mode. I personally would probably, if you're going to buy this game today, I would play just casual mode because there's still a lot of bugs, a lot of mechanics that need to be fixed, and simulation mode might fail you. I have no idea what the simulation mode even looks like, aside from maybe it holds you against the speed limit, the law. Not too necessarily sure. Aside from this means screen objectives, less explanation of the game, overall increase in difficulty, more realistic.
Dispatch to 1 Tango 10. We got
So
reports
I
of
would
an
just stick with
accident.
casual mode if you start this game up.
Take that.
I'm going to decline this call.
Sorry, we can't take that.
So
I'll
that
send another
concludes the prison escort segment of this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or even just questions about the gameplay, I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. Please leave a like, sub, and comment. I would highly recommend going over to the community Discord and engage the community over there as well. They have helped me a lot through my gameplay and experience in this game, and they are the reason why I can actually make the videos in confidence, knowing that I can do the missions right. So again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. And again, I will see you out on the open road.